Hey, it's Patrick back again with another Irish reaction to Catch a Predator. And today we're going to be looking at a predator that interests me, and I think he's pretty funny and humorous and all around entertaining. His name is Matthew Cogburn, and his username at the time was centgaguy. And this guy, he doesn't get a lot of coverage on the YouTube TCAP scene that I've seen anyway. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on him, or there was plenty of his, maybe videos were taken down about him. But I'll throw my hat in the ring with a bit of Matthew Cogburn, because not a lot of people talking. I've done Lauren and I've done Anthony Palumbo so far at the time of recording, and I'm sure I could do Stanley. Stanley doesn't ever really interest me, but we're gonna go with Matthew today, and we're gonna convert from COD and the Church of Pornography, and we're gonna go to Jesus Christ, because Jesus rocks, as you'll see in a moment.
The young and inexperienced. What was your plan here today?
I've been in a struggle myself with what I want to do, because I'm still a virgin.
Now,
Square that with what's on your
let it play for a second.
MySpace website, where you talk about Jesus rocks.
That's the struggle or something.
I love this spoof thing we do with the phones now, but it takes forever to dial all these numbers.
You just couldn't make this up.
Yeah, so a bit of this is it's from Catch a Predator Unseen Tapes, so there's a bit of background stuff. But yeah, so we'll just let it play.
We are. It's a Saturday afternoon, and there's this massive wildfire in Northern California. That causes a power outage, and that knocks all Yahoo chat rooms offline.
Now that's a disaster for this kind of operation, because everything goes dark, and they can't contact the decoys can't contact the predators and get them into the house. It's a disaster.
So for 9 hours,
9 hours, Jesus Christ.
the perverted justice decoys couldn't do their jobs. Not only was that a problem for that day, it created a problem for the next day, because the decoys couldn't make dates for Sunday. So
I hadn't thought about
had
that.
a very serious impact on our investigation.
Hey, Matt.
That being said, they still did a great investigation here in Georgia. Caught some interesting predators and got some bad guys off the street
It's Angel.
and off the chat rooms.
Where are you at?
After the date is made and the potential predator says he's in fact coming over, they always have a follow-up phone call. So we kind of have a better sense of when these guys are going to show up. Pib talked to Matthew Cogburn and kept track of Cogburn as he got closer to our hidden camera house.
Walking up the walk.
Matthew rolled it in, looking very unconfident at the
Towards the
moment.
door.
She may not even open the door.
Here's Chico with the awful wig.
All right, now back up, back up, back up. He's right there. Keep going.
Hi, come on in. I just gotta put this in the dryer real quick.
Okay.
Just take a seat, because if I don't put this in the dryer, it gets really wrinkled.
God, that wig is awful. I can see her fucking black hair through it.
I'll get in a lot of trouble.
But then again, Matthew wouldn't have seen it for very long. He would have got just a glimpse of it,
Come on into the kitchen and take a seat. I even made some sweet tea. I'll get it out.
Alright. Yeah, he's very unconfident at the moment.
Cogburn wanted a blonde, and Emily isn't naturally blonde.
Ah,
So we
okay.
had to improvise and come up with a blonde wig for Emily to wear.
I see, Matthew
Or
Cogburn. You're one of those, huh?
Did you have a hard time getting here?
Well, the road that I was looking for didn't show up.
Didn't show up. That's an interesting way of putting it.
My fault with the directions.
No. I got directions off my computer.
Oh, he's probably using MapQuest back then. Yeah, so sent Georgia Gay F04, and he's 22 years old. Pretty young guy. Stretching out. And out comes Chris.
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
You had a feeling what was going to happen.
That's what they all say.
Go ahead, sit down, please.
No,
Well, no, I need to talk to you about a couple of things, and I think
Yeah, he's kind of blanking there.
talk about it. It's going to take a few minutes. So why don't you have
The wheels are spinning.
Cogburn immediately recognizes me. It was one of the first investigations where we were seeing a number of guys
Okay.
who had seen previous To Catch a Predator investigations and had shown up and stayed and chatted anyway.
That's scary. That you see this like fucking big, like that's a. If you're in that kind of sort of situation, or if there's a similar show, say I had a problem with like some other issue, and I saw this show where people were getting arrested for it and put into stings, and that seems like such a wake up call. Surely you'd be getting your shit together. And this guy's 22, so I don't think he would be that far gone down the path. So maybe you could turn back.
It's gonna be on national news.
I'm sorry, be on what?
Is this the national news, all that stuff?
Which one are you talking about?
Or what they do on 13 or NBC?
NBC?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
so
NBC.
yeah.
familiar.
Okay, like, you need to keep your hands out of your pocket. Go ahead, please sit down.
I've just been on the road 2 hours.
Okay. What was your plan here today?
Did he say he was on the road for 2 hours? It's quite the journey.
I can't answer that as I want to because I've been in a struggle myself with what I want to.
He mentions this struggle multiple times. He's having a mental struggle. I guess that's his way of saying that is he's conflicted about the morality of the situation for as trying to separate it from the lust he feels towards this young child.
Because I'm still a virgin and I just.
Now, I'm not going to clown him for being a virgin, but dude, there's plenty of other ways.
Yeah,
Look at it without resorting to
I
this.
think it's stupid that I did this.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. And how old was the girl you were chatting with online?
The girl said she was 13 or 14.
13 or 14. And you thought that it would be okay to come over here and visit a young girl home alone?
I wanted her to think it was okay, but I just.
Now, I'm looking at this chat log here. 16 minutes into this discussion, you asked if she can do deep throat.
16 minutes, and he's asking that. Never mind if it was a teenager, if it was an adult. That's fucking a bit forward, a bit disgusting. But even
Explain that to me.
the situation even makes it way worse.
No reason to explain.
Yeah, he
How
knows
do
he's
you
fucked.
feel about sex? You on birth control? Or are you sticking
And
with
these
that?
are all very incriminating
Here's a
questions.
guy, looks like the kind of guy anybody would be, happy to have their daughter date.
Yeah, he's a very, I suppose, as Chris described him, an all-American kid. He's a pretty handsome guy, tall, or he looks tall anyway. But yeah, but it looks like he'd be good academically, maybe good at sports or something like that.
You look at his MySpace page.
And
His
of course,
hero is God.
the MySpace with the Jesus rocks and the hero was God and all the religious stuff on
His
it.
motto is Jesus rocks.
Now, one thing I was observed about American, maybe it's just not Americans, but in this example, the guy's American, so these like American Christians, I suppose. I don't know if he's Catholic or Christian, or like Catholic or Protestant, or another denomination. But they seem to take it more seriously than we do over here in Ireland. Ireland's been been run by the Catholic Church for years, and we're only finally getting away from it now in the past 20 odd years. And it's eroding every year. Pretty much got completely rid of it now. So the church don't really have an input in what the state do anymore. But I was raised Catholic by parents, but never really took it that seriously. Like, no one knows. No one I know would have Jesus rocks or God on their profile. Like, even people who would be Catholic wouldn't have it. It's very strange. Like, and I was raised with Catholic. I did all the stuff in school. I did communion, confirmation. I did all that kind of stuff. So I've been there, done that. And I wouldn't say I'm a religious person anymore, but yeah, these guys take it very seriously, which is their prerogative, I suppose. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But Matthew, he was hurting someone, or he intended to.
You got toys?
Is there a need?
Well, I want you to
I
square that with what's on your MySpace website where you talk about Jesus rocks.
That's the struggle I'm in.
And in Heroes, God, duh.
So the struggle is between his morality that's laid out in his religion and this act that he wants to commit. It's a lust he has for a 13-year-old girl or whatever he wants.
Well, you need to know that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Yeah, he kind of already knows
and
that.
we're doing a story
But
on
like Chris
adults
always says that
who
to
try to meet
the guys.
teens online. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it. Otherwise, you're obviously
And here it comes.
free to be on your way. As I'm finishing my conversation with Cogburn, I ask if, there's anything else he'd like people to know. He turns and says,
Be careful. Keep your jeans in your jeans.
Fucking hilarious line. Keep your jeans in your jeans.
Your what? Jeans in your jeans.
It's a very comedic kind of jokey line to say in such a serious situation. And he wasn't like a cocky, funny, kind of jokey guy coming in, like, or like an arrogant guy. So it's weird that he'd leave with that statement, but it's hilarious. And it made for a great interview.
jeans in your jeans. That's your advice. And it took me a few minutes to figure out what he was talking about, but he meant jeans as in DNA matter, in jeans as in pants. And
it's not as funny anymore, Chris, now when you break it down like that.
It's his clever way of saying, don't get yourself in one of these situations.
Which is a lot better than just going, kid, don't get in trouble, don't talk to people you don't know on the internet, like shit like that. Much better than. And he's apprehended.
Matthew, how'd it go at the house today? I'm just curious.
I pulled up
This is footage from his police interview.
in front of the house, like she had said, and got out, and she was coming out the door, and I saw she had a wig on. I was
Okay, so he did notice the wig.
like, this is odd. I mean,
I thought he didn't have enough time to see it, because she was kind of poking the head out the door, and kind of like, as soon as he was coming in, she bolted
a little bit
to the back.
before I even got there.
Did you engage with the gentleman that talked to you?
Yeah. What happens with that, I don't know. Just asking me questions about it. Just trying. I took offense to it. I thought he was trying to put me down. And I was going to walk out, and
He didn't really try to put him down. I don't know what he's trying to prevent himself. I don't really know what he's getting at there. He just kind of asked him pretty sensible questions in that situation. Like,
actually, after this, it's just weird. I've been in a.
Chris didn't take the piss out of him for being a virgin or anything like that. Like, or getting
I'm not gonna say a mental struggle, but
again with the mental struggle.
Solely deep down, I didn't have any intentions to do anything. I enjoy meeting new people, and as weird as it sounds, I've been able to talk the way I talk, and this is my punishment. I finally got it.
In his interview with the detectives, he says that the most important thing that he's got to do is call his employer and say that he can't make it in for work. I mean, on almost every level, he seems like a diligent kid.
Yeah, that's a pretty responsible thing to do. To call your employer and just tell them you can't make it in for work and get someone to cover for you. It's pretty responsible. Like, maybe I wouldn't even think of that. I'd just be like, oh fuck, I'm fucked, and just like just be selfish and think of myself in that situation, which is a fairly normal thing to do. I'd imagine. The last thing that's on my mind is fucking work. If you were being busted like for such a heinous crime.
Behavior online, and the fact that he showed up to have this date.
You say you're a virgin?
Yes, ma'am.
It gets pretty graphic here.
This is my dark side.
Okay.
His dark side. Fucking, what are you? Fucking Anakin Skywalker.
Well, we all tend to have one of those. Hey, and it can be overcome.
This is my
It's a hurdle. It's a hurdle.
Well, this is my slap in the face to wake up and stop. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Convicted of criminal attempt to commit child molestation, criminal attempt to commit sodomy, and he was sentenced to 4 years in jail with 16 years of probation. So I don't know when this was actually recorded. This episode came out maybe 2006, I think, 2007-ish, or maybe it was earlier than that. I'm not sure exactly when the things took place. All I know that was Lawrence was in 2007. But 4 years, okay, kind of a slap on the wrist, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's that. That's Matthew Cogburn. So, Matthew Cogburn. I've been saying Cogburn the entire time. But anyway, yeah, that was Matthew. And hopefully next time I'll be looking at a different predator. I've also got, you'll probably see them, I'll probably upload them before this video, but I'll be having a series where I pick a random page of the pornography with a random numerator generator and just have a read through it and react to it.